This year, celebrity divorces and breakups just keep coming. Teyana Taylor and former Knicks star Iman Shumpert are going through a nasty divorce. And to say it's getting messy is kind of an understatement. Teyana Taylor is coming out with details about their marriage and why it failed from her standpoint. Did Iman Shumpert cheat? Is he really a narcissist? Keep watching and I'll give you all the details you need. TMZ recently leaked documents about Teyana and Iman's divorce and separation, and it's anything but the happy-go-lucky image that Teyana has been trying to spin online. They've been together for a decade and married for 7 years with a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old together. Apparently, she put the wheels in motion to end their marriage at the start of the year and says he's been a jealous narcissist throughout the whole thing. In documents that TMZ got their hands on, Teyana says that Iman was jealous of her fame and the attention she got, and that it made him feel insecure and like he wasn't good enough for her. And that this happened in spite of the fact that he made more money as a professional basketball player than she did with her music career. She said they'd go to red carpet events with each other or get spotted out in public, and he'd get huffy if photographers would ask him to step to the side so they could get pictures of her. Teyana claims that Iman signed a contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2015 for $40 million, and was also paid $8 million by the New York Knicks that year, but was still annoyed by the amount of attention she got. And it was about this time that he started lashing out at her, she says. In the documents, Teyana revealed that he sent her negative, condescending, and manipulative text messages about her media attention, and says that he'd start arguments with her for no reason, then apologize for it later. She says he even acted out like that on her birthday. If you follow the celebrity couple, then you probably already know that there were rumors going around at the beginning of the year that Iman was cheating on Teyana. But now, new information seems like that since there were pictures of him out and about with some other chick, maybe that was just his girlfriend. But at the time, Teyana just told everybody to mind their business and that we didn't know the whole story. Then he got caught out with the girl again, and the girl started getting upset that she was getting dragged online for basically being a homewrecker. So Teyana came out and said that the narrative that everybody was spinning about her and her man was unfair to everybody involved. In September, she posted this picture of her and Iman on Instagram, and it had the caption, "Not too much on my bestie. In all fairness, Iman and I are separated and have been for a while. To be 1000% clear, infidelity ain't one of the reasons for our departure. We're still best friends, great business partners, and are one hell of a team when it comes to co-parenting our 2 beautiful children." She also said, "We just keep y'all asses out of the group chat, LOL, which is the reason we've been able to successfully and peacefully separate without all of the outside noise. The only reason I'm even sharing this part of the chat is because the narratives are getting a little out of hand and it's unfair to all parties involved." Remember that she called him her bestie here, because that's gonna seem real weird in a minute. This whole story has been weird because the two put forth this public image that they're family focused and like this whole wholesome black family, but when her husband gets caught out in public with another woman, she wanted to say, "Mind your business." Okay, but like, that's a weird stance to take for someone that's built up a family brand. Just saying. She says he was treating her cruelly and displaying extreme narcissistic behavior throughout the majority of their marriage, and that she began to intentionally dim her light for her husband to try to have a harmonious and peaceful marriage, as he became more and more angry about her career. Check out this comment from an eyewitness that confirms everything in the documents. "She's 100% right about his jealousy. I witnessed it. I worked in a boutique store in LA, and her and Iman came into the store. This was maybe 7 years ago. My coworkers and I were extremely excited to see her. Iman said a few things to her like, 'I can get another woman.' He was so jealous of the attention she was receiving, it was awkward. He gives narcissistic vibes for sure." Teyana even says she turned opportunities and jobs down because he didn't want her to work. But when she stopped working, he complained that she wasn't making any money. According to Teyana, she tried to keep her family together, though she says her husband was being extremely emotionally and mentally abusive towards her. She also says that since her career was doing well, she used her connections to get Iman work since his NBA career was sort of fizzling out, but that he unfortunately insisted on bickering. She also pulled the ripcord and started divorce proceedings back in 2021. They reconciled, but it wasn't for long, and she said that's because Iman remained in an insecure state as his NBA career continued to wind down. She said she realized she was being controlled and manipulated by her husband in 2022 and went through with the filing for divorce. She withdrew the filing a whole day later, and she says that she finally went through with it in January 2023 because she said she was unable to handle the emotional roller coaster. She also cites a lot of other stuff like the multiple scandals involving him cheating, his weed DUI arrest in 2016, and then that time he was arrested for marijuana possession at an airport in 2022. Teyana also claims he wrecked her Rolls Royce one time and then bolted so he wouldn't get arrested for another DUI. And honestly, that does sound like kind of a lot. She also says that when she finally went through with filing for divorce, Iman persistently told her he wanted to reconcile and stay together, but that he wasn't consistent with the energy he put into the relationship. And then he got caught up in another cheating scandal, and she said that made her, obviously, feel humiliated and embarrassed. She also says that Iman moved out in October and hasn't really been around their kids since leaving. So she's asked for both temporary and permanent primary physical custody of the kids, in addition to joint legal custody of them and child support. Part of me wants to say that she shouldn't have lied, and that there's a difference between keeping everything private and lying about the situation. But the thing is, if Iman really was mentally screwing with her head and putting her down and being a narcissist, she probably did whatever she could just to survive that situation and come out of it in one piece, and with her sanity intact, which I'm not gonna criticize. And I'm not going to condone his actions if what she said is true. But as much as a woman can comfort a man and tell him that she's perfectly fine with being the one in the spotlight that makes more money or is more successful, society still kind of looks down on that. And they'll make him feel like less of a man or emasculated for her success. And a lot of guys will act out on their women because of that pressure, and maybe that's what he did here. And it's sad when that happens because it's 2023 and it shouldn't matter who wears the pants in a relationship because, honestly, relationships work best when nobody is wearing pants, am I right, huh? Anyway, this whole time, Teyana has been trying to make her moves with the divorce behind the scenes and in quiet. She had them both sign the court docs using their initials, not their whole names. But Iman recently made the whole thing public himself, and she's pretty pissed about it. Her attorney has said, "We were able to keep this divorce matter private as Ms. Taylor requested for 11 months, in this case prior to Mr. Shumpert's motion, revealing the parties' legal names and making the private matter public. This matter would very likely still be private if Mr. Shumpert's motion to substitute true legal names as real parties in interest was not filed." That apparently went over like a lead balloon because sources tell TMZ that the two aren't really even talking to each other and have chosen only to communicate when it involves their kids. And I'll be 100% fair and honest, everything about her allegations and claims comes from court documents that TMZ got their hands on, not something that Teyana said, because she hasn't actually said anything about this whole situation, other than to basically say that she hasn't said anything herself. In a Twitter post, when she captioned, "This will be the first and last time I speak on this matter," she said this: "I mind my business, don't bother nobody, and y'all know I've never played about my children, family, and our privacy. I've not spoken on this private matter to any media outlets or blogs, etc. So everyone claiming Teyana said didn't get any statements directly from me. These statements were taken from private court documents that were leaked to the public." And now we know that the leak came from Iman, which makes this next bit especially cutting since we know who it's directed at. It's very heartbreaking that someone would take out the time to make such a private matter public for the world to see. She also went on to ask for privacy for the family to be able to get through the ordeal in peace, which is apparently all she ever wanted to begin with. Now here's what people are saying about the drama. Ladies, when a man cheats, it's not your problem. Don't let him project the insecurities and inadequacies on you. I remember thinking it was strange that he was silent while she defended him. Now it makes sense. Of course he was jealous because most men can't handle it when the woman is shining harder. Crazy. I actually think she keeps harping on the no infidelity because she was actually extremely open about bringing people into their bedroom. So it would look crazy if after all that he still cheated. But now I want to hear what you think. Do you think Teyana will get a chance to actually shine now that she doesn't have anyone around to dim her? Do you think Iman was right to bring their divorce public? Sound off in the comments, and I'll catch you later.